Welcome to the No Spin News, Wednesday, July 2nd, 2025. Stand up for your country. Well, the nation awaits the House vote on the big bill. I was on Hannity's radio program today. He said it would come tomorrow or next week. I don't know. He talks to the Republicans a lot more than I do because I never talk to them. Nobody ever calls me. That's not true, but very few people do. I can't predict whether the bill will pass in the House. There's lots of backroom dealings going on. As you may know, the senator from Alaska, Lisa Murkowski, was bought, and she voted for the bill, which put it over the top in the Senate. By being bought, I mean that Alaska's getting a lot of subsidies from the federal government in return for Ms. Murkowski's support, and that's the way it goes. So the dissenting Republican congresspeople, they're dealing with them now, trying to convince them that this, that, and the other thing. Hannity believes the bill will pass. I just don't know whether it will or not. Any Republican in the House voting against the big bill is crucifying his or her own party. When Republicans don't pass this bill, the Democrats rise from the dead, literally rise from the dead. And we've been over this and over this and over this. Anyway, I hope that the bill passes, not for partisan reasons. It gives working people a break. Across the board, breaks financially. That's why I would vote for it. I hate the pork, and it's in there. But you got to give the folks at this point in history a break in America. If it does pass, President Trump emerges triumphant in his first 6 months. That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. So let's run it down. The successes of Donald Trump. Now, his dissenters, people that hate him, will never acknowledge it, but normal people who believe in honesty and fact-finding will. First thing is the border sealed, all right? Biden couldn't do it, wouldn't do it, didn't want to do it, and that led to bedlam in the United States. Trump sealed the border in the first 2 months. So far, about 210,000 people have been deported, undocumented people, and there are currently 60,000 being detained. That's according to Homeland Security and the NBC News deportation tracker. Wow. So that's been a big success, with the exception of the deportations, which I told you before Trump was elected was, going to be very difficult to do. And a lot of these people are questionable whether they should be booted out without due process. But let's give that a big win, because the intrusion of foreign nationals into the USA undocumented has largely stopped. Very good for the country. Second one, Trump bombed Iran successfully into marginalization. The country's not nearly the threat that it was a month ago. It's a big victory. Stock market about the same, but that's kind of a victory for the Trump administration, because it was at a very high level under Biden. And was that a Biden achievement, keeping the stock level high? Not really, because COVID caused the massive spending that bolstered consumerism in America. And remember, the economy goes the way you go. You spend, the economy is good. You don't, the economy goes down. It's a very simple concept. You don't have to go get an advanced degree in economics. So the stock market's holding its own. If this big bill passes, you'll see a surge. That will happen. The bill itself, look, do you call it a success? You do, because it buys Trump time to do the other things he wants to do. Another success, Trump embarrassed the progressive state of California by sending the National Guard to quell the ICE riots. He humiliated that state, and it deserved to be humiliated. Governor California Newsom and the mayor of L.A. were not going to stop the violence. I'm not going to go accuse them of fostering it, but they don't want to stop it. Trump recognized it right away. No other guard went anywhere else. Okay. Trump's pounding the media into pudding. So I'll tell you about it in a moment. But last night, CBS settled with Trump for $16 million. That'll go to his library and legal affairs. ABC on December 24 reached a settlement with Trump for another $16 million. Meta, Facebook, Instagram settled for $25 million. Trump's beating these guys. He's beating them down. He's got the power. So first 6 months, pretty good resume, right? Here's the danger: arrogance. I've seen it, and it happened all throughout history. Once the administration gets a little momentum, some people within the administration get very arrogant. And I'm seeing it now. I'm not going to give you names, but I might. If they're hurting you, if they begin to hurt you with their arrogance. I haven't seen a change in Trump. I haven't seen, he's pretty much the same guy. But some of his underlings, a little taken with themselves. It's not good. You're public servants. That is your job. Not to strut around saying, I'm great. Okay, and that's a memo. So the settlement from CBS is interesting. So Paramount owns CBS. They want to sell the whole thing to a company called Skydance. Trump is never going to approve that unless CBS capitulated, which they did last night. Okay, I told you $16 million. Now, this is all about 60 Minutes. 60 Minutes wanted Kamala Harris to win the election. There's no doubt about it. You just go back and look at the transcripts, as I have. And it's all about promoting Kamala and diminishing Trump on 60 Minutes. Carried over to nightly news somewhat, CBS Morning, yeah. But the whole news organization was behind Kamala. That is a fair assessment, backed up by transcripts. Now, the big one was the interview that Bill Whitaker, CBS correspondent on 60 Minutes, did with Kamala Harris. So Trump was angry that the promotion for the piece, that's the commercial, was different than what Kamala Harris said within the body of the story. I don't think that CBS would have lost that case in court. There is a difference, but is it egregious? So Trump sued them for billions of dollars, saying you interfere with the election. The bigger picture is what's important, and this is what I'm going to zero in on now. So I'm hard on the media because I know, I don't think, it's not an opinion, I know that the corporate media has gone far left. It has, that's the truth, okay? So when I watched the Kamala Harris-Bill Whitaker interview, I didn't much like it. This soundbite happened October 8th, 2024. Go. Whitaker should have, bang, give me one solution you've offered in the first year of the Biden administration. Give me one. Because she always falls back on, oh, Trump killed the immigration bill that Charles Schumer ginned up early this year. That's what she always said. Give me one that you did in the first year that is a solution to the open border. She couldn't do it. Whitaker booted it. He booted it because he didn't anticipate the boldness of the lie. That, what she just said, from day one, literally, we have been offering solutions, is about the biggest falsehood I have heard from any politician in the last decade. And the truth is backed up by Trump, who shut down the border and stopped the illegal immigration asylum madness in 2 months. And Harris going, no. So Whitaker was soft on her. Okay, I'm going to give you two examples. Here is the softest of the soft to Kamala Harris from Bill Whitaker. Go.
Let's shift gears here. Most basic of questions. Why do you want to be President of the United States?
There are many reasons, but probably first and foremost, I truly believe in the promise of America. I do. And I love the American people. You know, we are people who have ambition and aspirations and dreams and optimism and hope.
No. Please. Number one, she loves the American people. She doesn't love me. She doesn't love the MAGA people. She doesn't love Trump. She doesn't love anybody who opposes her. Now, Whitaker just sat there and let her go on and on about her love for the people and her hope and aspiration. This is not an interview. It's not the way it's done. You've been watching me for almost 30 years. You know how an interview on television should be done. This is gibberish. Okay. Now let's be fair to Whitaker. He's been around a long time. I don't know him. Here's a hard question he asked. Go.
You were for Medicare for all. Now you're not. So many that people don't truly know what you believe or what you stand for. And I know you've heard that.
In the last 4 years, I have been Vice President of the United States. And I have been traveling our country. And I have been listening to folks and seeking what is possible in terms of common ground. I believe in building consensus.
More gibberish. Okay? And when the interview subject descends into that kind of banality, the interviewer, me or Whitaker, has got to jump in and go, wait a minute. I asked you why you changed your opinion on Medicare. Can you answer that, madam? You don't let them just go all over the place. Oh, the interview was a softball. Now, here's the worst thing. Even if that went to court, I don't think Trump would have won the Kamala Harris thing, all right? Because they would have said, it's different interpretations. You can't prove there's malice. But here's how you can prove it. One name, Scott Pelley. Scott Pelley is, I think, the senior correspondent on 60 Minutes now, all right? He hates Donald Trump. Remember his college graduate? He despises the man. And story after story after, all you got to do is parade Pelley in there. I mean, it was so outrageous. The last one he did, Mark Elias was a top attorney for Hillary Clinton who ginned up the Russian collusion fraud. And Pelley sainted him, canonized him on 60 Minutes and used him as a cudgel to hit Trump without even telling the audience who Elias was. Don't tell me that CBS is a responsible news agency. It is not. I worked there when it was responsible. So anyway, they got to pay Trump $16 million, probably more. Hey, folks, listen to what I am about to share with you. It's important. If you suffer from fatigue, memory loss, achy joints, or just find yourself getting sick all the time, then check out Strong Cell. You used to get NADH in an IV, but not anymore. Strong Cell's proprietary formula delivers NADH in a way your body can absorb. It's the first NADH supplement that works. There's over 30 trillion cells in your body. Take care of them so that they can take care of you. Results include a sharper, clearer mind, increased natural energy throughout the day, so no more afternoon crashes. It's an easy daily 2-ounce drink. You'll feel the impact in 3 to 6 weeks. Invest in your health. Visit strongcell.com/Bill. Use code BILL to get 20% off. That's strongcell.com/Bill. All right, I'd like you to sign up for our YouTube channel. It's free, youtube.com/Bill O'Reilly. Last day for the Iranian mullahs are cowards, but Putin is not a coward analysis, which I think is pretty interesting. Tomorrow, we're going to go up with Trump and Musk. All right, so Media loves this story. I know Donald Trump about as well as any journalist knows him. I don't know Elon Musk very much. I did have an extended conversation with him in March, and I'm going to give you the behind the scenes. So it's worth it. It's worth to sign up for our YouTube channel because it's different than the No Spin News. All right, let's go to Andrew Mattingly in Port Orange, Florida. He's so disappointed in Donald Trump and the Republican Party for not including no tax on Social Security in the big bill as promised, while keeping the overtime and tips in the bill. Very disappointing. You will get a bigger credit if you're on Social Security and you're paying taxes off of it. And they can only do what they can do. The debt is so staggering. But I think workers and senior citizens do much better on this bill than they would under anything put forth by the Democrats. Wendy, I'm older than the baby boomers. I love my country, always have, and I'm damn proud of it. I've worked hard, started a business when I was 24 years old. Now my daughter runs it, only in America. Yeah, I mean, entrepreneurism, small business owners, man, you go to Canada, just Canada. And the regulations up there compared to here, two different worlds. Charles, concierge member. Charles gets direct access to me. If Charles gets in trouble, my crew will help him out. Tonight's No Spin News is superb. 2 points, very important. Democrats will not reduce entitlement spending despite our country's massive debt. Republican tax legislation is not tax cuts for the rich, but a reduction in taxes for business and the middle class. 100% accurate, Charles. And I wish every American saw it the way you see it. That's 100% accurate. Novell Rogers, Petal, Mississippi. Will President Trump take retribution against those voting against the big bill? I think he should. I think he will. That's his history. If you're a Republican congressman and you vote against the big bill, you're going to get primaried. No doubt about it. Bill Bruton, Crestville, Florida. Bill, I guess I'm missing something. You put forth that one way to deal with the national debt would be to drill on federal lands for oil, apply the profits to the debt. But if the profits go to the debt, what incentives do oil companies have to drill? Oh, come on, Bill. The oil companies go in. They get a contract with the United States, okay? Because the United States owns the land. We pay them to get the oil harvested out. That's where they make their money. Then the oil gets sold overseas for a profit. And all the profit goes to pay down a debt. It's not complicated. I don't know why they're not doing it or haven't proposed it yet, but I'll get it in motion. Brian French, Metairie, Louisiana, outside of New Orleans. When the Supreme Court justices take their oath, they swear to uphold the Constitution. When the liberal justices consistently rule based on their own opinions, shouldn't it be possible to impeach them? It isn't. You can impeach them, but not because they have a contrary opinion to the majority. They'd have to do some criminal activity. Okay? All the judges in each of the rulings justify their position. Now, we know that there are conservative and liberal members on the court who put politics above everything else. But you can't do anything about it. George Pevnarek, Las Vegas, in today's message you stated the public school system no longer emphasizes history and civics, leaving millions of Americans ignorant of America's greatness. Why is this? Because local school boards, and that's where the power is in public schools, don't care. They don't care. They'd rather have some touchy-feely course on cooking. History? Okay. We want you to have the not woke gear. So we're marking it down for the 4th of July, 10% for everybody except premium and concierge members that get 15% off. And so the prices, we're giving this stuff to you, all right? And it's great. You'll be able to wear it all summer into the fall. And I hope you check it out. Confronting Evil comes out September 9th. That's coming up fast. Order now from us. You get it first. Okay? And if you re-up or sign up for a premium membership, you get it free. Good deal. Word of the day. I've divided it into genders today. If you are a man, Do not be a martinet. Martinet. If you are a woman, do not be a virago. V as in Victor, Irago. No martinets, no viragos. Look them up. You'll remember them forever. Final thought in a moment. Tax Network USA proudly celebrates our nation's birthday. And in honor of freedom, resilience, and financial independence, they're offering 10% off all services through July 4th. If you're dealing with back taxes or missed the April 15th deadline, don't wait. Penalties can grow quickly, up to 5% a month, maxing out at 25% of your total tax bill just for not filing. Tax Network USA can help you turn things around, cut through the chaos, find solutions that work. Your consultation absolutely free. Avoid harsh penalties, wage garnishments, or surprise bank levies. Call 800-958-1000 or visit tnusa.com/bill. Get 10% off all services through July 4th as part of their celebration of our nation's birthday. Regain control of your finances with expert help from Tax Network USA. America is more dangerous than ever. With violent crime on the rise, while you could rely on a firearm, using deadly force today can land you in court, costing you years and your life savings. Trying to prove you acted in self-defense. FBI data shows 99.9% of all altercations do not require lethal force. That's why smart Americans are turning to Byrna. Proudly made in Fort Wayne, Indiana, Byrna's less lethal self-defense launchers are trusted by law enforcement, private security, more than 600,000 citizens. Byrna launchers fire kinetic rounds and powerful tear gas or pepper projectiles, able to stop a threat up to 60 feet away. No background checks, no waiting periods, delivered right to your door. Take control, be ready. Visit Byrna.com today. That's BYRNA.com, or head to your local Sportsman's Warehouse. So here's the final thought of the day. We'll be off tomorrow to give my crew an extended holiday for the 4th, Independence Day. Now, we have to do this in the summer because I have a very good staff, but there aren't all that many of them. So we put out more information on the No Spin News than any other cable news broadcast on the air in the hourly format. We do 42 minutes, okay? And then the rest of commercials and all that. We have more information coming at you than anybody else. You want to challenge that? I'm more than willing to listen to you, but it's not even close. The amount of information you get from this broadcast. So my crew is tired. Now, when I worked at the O'Reilly Factor at Fox, I had twice as many people than I have now. But my people are elite. They're trained here. Fox trained those people. I train these people. But they're tired. I have to give them time off. And these are holiday weekends in August. Well, I don't want to take big blocks of time. It's just too much news going on. But we pick off a day here, pick off a day there. So that's why we're going to be off tomorrow. But I'm going to have a Sunday column. I'm going to have the message of the day. I'm going to be checking in if anything happens. You get the tweets. Remember, get on the tweet ban at Bill O'Reilly. That's important for you because you boom, boom, boom. And tonight we're going to do 3 Americans on News Nation. So Cuomo, Stephen A. Smith, and me. And I think Carville's going to sneak in there. I got something for Carville tonight. Ooh, do I have something for him? So that's News Nation, 8 Eastern time. I don't mind doing all this work, but I need a little time off too, but I'm looking out for my staff here. That's why we're doing this, all right? So we will be back on Monday. We appreciate you watching and listening to the No Spin News tonight. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Have a great Independence Day celebration. Proud to be an American. Thank you for watching. To view full episodes of the No Spin News anytime, Sign up to become a BillO'Reilly.com premium or concierge member today.